Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to do a fall blonde. So we're getting this brass out and then lightening up her a bit. And so these are the two colors I'm using. The 6N is for her base and the 8N is for some lowlights in there. And so I'm just putting the 6N all over her new growth. She has ashier toned new growth, and so we want to just cover that up and blend it with the base color she had previously. So just putting that all over. She has about a 1 inch, 2 inch new growth, so just putting it all in there. So for today I'm trying out this new lightener, the Redken Flash Lift. I just got that. It's not new, but it's new to me. And I actually really liked it. I liked the consistency a lot more than the Verolight. The Verolight's a little bit more liquidy. This one's more like a what is it called? It's more creamy, I guess. So I don't know, I just liked it a lot better than my Verolight, so I will be using this, testing it out more. I don't have a lightener that I'm sticking to just yet. I still want to try some more out, because I just like trying new products and seeing what works best for each situation. I mean, every client's different, and so one client might need a different color line or product or whatever than another client, so it's good to know what works best for what type of situation. So I'm using Flash Lift by Redken today, and I'm doing a little bit of a different foil pattern here, so I will try to explain it as best I can in words, but you will be able to see everything I do on the video, obviously. So what I'm doing is I'm weaving out. So the hair is split into 3 sections, 2 from her part and from the back of your ear up, and then the back is all one like normal. And then, so the front section, I want it to be a little lighter than the back, at least the bottom of the back. So I am weaving very large weaves. And the way my foils are placed, so I did 2 right above her ear, so if she pulls her hair back in a ponytail, they're right there. Then I did an angle 1 along the side of her hairline, and I think I just did 1 there. And so weave that, put it up in a foil, and then, sorry, then I'm going to part out her bangs or her face framing, the like really bright pieces that you want in front. So I'm parting that out, and I do 3 back-to-back fine weaves right there. Just make it really close together so you get that really nice bright pop right there that you want in that piece. So I do 3 back-to-back there, and then I start going diagonal, and I will come back and explain a little bit how I go diagonally once we get there. Okay, so now I'm gonna go diagonal here. So I take the part's not very straight, so I straighten it, and I want that depth in there, so I'm going to leave that section not weaved. And then I'm going to take another 1/2 inch section right on top of it, and I'm going to start my weaves there. So I'm going to weave that section big weaves, so you don't want super blended like teeny tiny highlights, because that's not the look we're going for, so they're bigger sections of weave. And then I'm just taking the lightener almost all the way up. I'm leaving a good rooty look there, so you'll see me sometimes I turn my brush vertically and paint up there. Sometimes I do like a back stroke type thing with my brush, where you just brush it upwards towards the scalp to blend. So I do a mixture of both, because you kind of want it different, but I just keep going on that angle all the way back in that section, and I do the same kind of foil pattern on the other side of her part. It's smaller because there's less hair, because she parts with side part, and so it's the same like sectioning, but on that side. So that is the front sectioning. Okay, so moving to the back, I am taking about a 2-inch section above her nape. So go 2 inches above the nape and section off that area, clip it up, and I'm taking one large slice right at the nape of her neck, and I am doing more of an ombre look here, or not really ombre, but I'm taking that whole, I'm not weaving right now, I'm just taking that big slice, and I am going back, I'm backstroking that piece of hair, so it's brushing upwards towards the scalp instead of turning your brush vertically and going down. It's just brushing upwards. So I'm doing that with a couple of sections bricklaying, so one in the middle, and then the next section will be one on each side, and then the next section, one in the middle, and then the next section after that, one on each side. So bricklaying, so it's like, you see how my brush is going upwards instead of me turning my brush vertically and stroking down. I'm pushing the lightener up into the hair and blending it that way. So that's what I do, all the way up to about an inch above the ear, and then I start weaving again, and I will show you how I do that. Okay, so this is the last section of the bricklaying, and now here we are at the weaving part. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking, so this is the back of the hair, an inch or so above the ear and up. I'm taking diagonal sections, so you're going in kind of a V shape. So this one's angled upwards, weaving it out, and then I'll go to the other side of this back section and do the same angle on the other side and weave it and put lightener on it and fold it in a foil. Then I'll go back to this one side, or I think I stay on that side and do the same thing above it, then come back to the side, angle, weave, put lightener in. I do that a couple times. So now I'm going to the other side of the head, but the same section, clipping it away, angle, weaving that out, and I'll do the same thing, I think 2 or 3 times more, where you angle it back, and then you will have like a diamond-y section after that in the middle of the back of the head, and I'll show you what I do there. Okay, so this is that top section. You see the point that we've created. So I'm going to take that little triangle, and that is going to be a low light. So I'm putting it down, and then I'm taking a 1/2 inch section above that triangle, and that's what I'm going to start weaving. And I'm going to do finer weaves because this is like the crown area, and it's just going to be spread over the whole back of the head just because that's how the hair lays. And so I'm doing a little finer weave to mimic the front area, like the front two sections of the hair. So you don't want to add as many like lower lights in this section because that's how we did it in the front of the hair. So I'm kind of just mimicking that. And the depth goes with all the underneath part that we previously did. So I'm just going straight up horizontally and finishing this section out. And that is the color process of the lightener. Okay, so for low lights, I didn't do too many, and this is the 8N. I just wanted, because most of her ends were light, and they're pretty brassy, I wanted to add more of a neutral low light in there just to cut some of that brassiness of the the pieces that we left out, and to add a little bit more depth, blending from the 6 that we just put on our roots to the lighter color. So since her weaves were really fine anyway, and the bigger sections I put in foils because I wanted her hair to be lighter, the lowlights are really small, which is good. That's what you want, because you still want that dimension in there, but you want her to be blonde, but you want that dimension in there because it is a fall blonde. It's not like platinum or anything like that. So I'm just going through and I'm doing like every 3rd foil, maybe 4th, like just whatever you think looks best and placement wise where you would want a low light to be. I put it in. That is for the front 2 sections, the front 2 sections. Then in the back I added a little bit bigger section. So the whole nape, so under the first foil and down, everything under there, I colored with the 8 because I didn't want the brassy tone it was. So I covered all of that with the 8, and then I did bigger sections, and then that little triangle at the top that I just talked about at the top section, I colored that as a low light as well. So just whatever you think works best or looks best for what you're going for, just pop those low lights in there. They don't really have to be precise. They can be random because they're just going to blend and just add a bit more depth and neutralize some of the brassier hair that we left out. This color process did take a little bit more time, but you're doing it all at once, and since there's so many steps, it's easier to do that way because you don't want to keep going from shampooing to blow drying to do each step. So when her highlights were done, I toned her with Shades EQ, and then I did a little trim and blow dried her, and this is the end result, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, and share. Follow me on Instagram at hair by Lexi Dawn, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!